Today, the demand for and rate of innovation in the alternative energy sector is mounting. Consumers demand it and governments support it. This support has led to the renewable energy industry enjoying continued growth during the recent economic downturn, driven by increased awareness of environmental issues and political pressure to meet the EU's 2020 emission reduction and renewable energy target. In the UK alone, between 2009 and 2013, total consumption of renewable energy increased significantly by 61%, with wind energy the star performer, with over 206% increase in growth. The EU is pushing hard to hit both its 2020 and 2030 targets coming from renewable energy. Most excitingly, a full third of new renewable energy growth is expected to take place in emerging markets. It is clear that now is the time to invest in renewable energy, and more so in wind energy. But there are limitations to the traditional installations of wind turbines. Introducing TransWind, a plug-and-play wind turbine that is easy to maintain and move.
TransWind development has come about through many years of research into the small, medium-scale wind turbine market. We've seen in this particular market segment and many failures of turbines within a very short period of time, particularly down here in the Western Cape, where we have in the winter seasons very high wind speeds and wind gusts. TransWind is comprised of a team of dedicated professionals that have committed themselves to providing lasting, sustainable solutions. A key feature of the TransWind development is that the entire unit is factory assembled. It's towed to site, and with a hydraulic system, basically it's almost self-erecting.
TransWind is primarily targeted at the residential, smaller commercial, and with the mobile unit, disaster relief markets, and incorporates many innovative features that ensure higher levels of efficiencies, reliability, durability, and operational safety at lower price levels. These include twin counter rotating rotors. These result in the ability of the unit to steer itself without the aid of tail rudders and cancels out rotor inertia, ensuring a more balanced, smoother operation. Rotor tilt furling system allows passive furling of the rotors in high wind speeds. This equates to less downtime as the rotors do not need to be stopped in high wind conditions. It also minimizes mechanical stress and chances of wind damage. Twin generators provide higher kilowatt outputs per square meters of footprint, as it essentially consists of two turbines combined into a single unit. Smaller rotor diameters and aerodynamic rotor blades result in lower startup speeds, less noise generation, and lower tower heights, which are an important factor in urban areas. Rotors can have 4 or 6 blades depending on prevailing wind conditions, and can be cost-effectively produced using rotor or injection molding methods. The unique design of the TransWind unit also makes it especially suited for use on top of high buildings in cities. The consistent wind force that is found at the top of these buildings has to date not been commercially viable to harness due to safety, economies of scale, and logistics issues. We have undergone extensive field testing over a period of 2 years, during which the prototype has stood up to extreme wind conditions without incurring any reliability problems. Overall, annualized output performance levels have exceeded expectations. TransWind has been very warmly received at international trade fairs, including Husum Wind in Germany, which is celebrating 25 years as the leading international wind trade fair. We are now ready to roll out the next phase, commercialization initially in the UK and Europe, and then internationally, and invite you to join us in making wind energy accessible for all. With the funding in place, TransWind will initially produce a limited quantity of turbines for testing and certification in urban areas in the UK.
Over the next 5 years, we see TransWind becoming a major player in the small to medium wind turbine market segment. We believe that with our paradigm shifting technology, we can make a major difference and contribute to a more sustainable world.
Continuous improvement is a core value for TransWind and a forward-driving factor. Coupled with a future vision of a balanced world where profits and the environment can function in unison and harmony. The self-generation of electricity has never been a more viable proposition. We invite you to join us and become an integral part of this challenging scenario by investing in sustainable companies and technologies which form a major part of the global need to achieve sustainable change.